on AM 560, The Answer.
From the Matrix Home Solutions Studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560 The Answer online at 560theanswer.com, on the AM 560 mobile app, on your Alexa-powered smart speaker, and on TuneIn, iHeart, and on Odyssey. When you've got questions, he always has an answer. It's Sean Hannity, this afternoon at 2 on AM 560 The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy. Mayor triple threat via a spokesbeing said at her 2-year midway point as mayor, she is at this juncture only granting one-on-one interviews to black or brown journalists. Any issue with that? 312-642-5600, turnkey.pro answer line. 64636DA, turnkey.pro text line. I think you and I disagree on this, Amy. I heard that news and immediately broke out into applause.
Why? I heard that news and was appalled. Can you imagine if a white mayor did that and said they're only granting interviews to white journalists?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
312-642-5600, turnkey.pro answer line. I mean, it goes.
What white mayor would do that? None.
Well, it's petty and it's racist coming from the mayor of the third largest city in America where, you know, you want to try to unite people? No, you're separating people.
Is that what she's trying to do, unite people? That's what she was doing
She's
up
trying to
until
be
this
so
point?
woke.
I
am so sick of her. I am absolutely. I couldn't even sleep last night. I was appalled.
Why?
By this. Because
Why?
how dare she?
I don't understand how people look at this that way. I truly don't.
Well, when you were the one being cut out of the one-on-one interview for the sake of the show, I was on the list and I can't go in because I'm white. Are you kidding me? This is reverse racism. This is bull jive. So I tweeted out, well, my kids are black and brown, so can they come in if I can't get in? Can they use my press pass to interview you? Madam Lightfoot, Madam Mayor, as people call her. Who the hell does she think she is?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, and I'm so glad that this is gaining national attention. I couldn't be better. I couldn't be happier.
National attention, yeah. Is this a big deal to anybody else? Is it? Dennis in Milwaukee, provide Amy some aid and comfort before I chime in.
I will. Amy, I agree with you, except I would like to upgrade your term. I don't like the term reverse racism. It's racism. Whether it's applied from one color to another, plain and simple, is discriminatory.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, somebody give me a Rachel Dolezal wig. I'll put it on. I'll identify that day, which is tomorrow, as black to get an interview with her.
So you think this is unfair?
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Why is it unfair?
Because she's not letting... Look at Marianne Ahern. She's the political reporter. She is with her all the time.
She's
very
a political
dedicated.
Reporter for NBC.
For NBC,
5.
right.
Yeah.
And
Not
she's
the
not...
political reporter, like she exists in her own
space.
space.
Well,
Yes.
her title is she's a political reporter at NBC5.
Right.
They're not letting her in because she's white?
No, one-on-ones. She can be part of the press corps.
Right. We all can be. But the one-on-one because she's white?
It's like a VIP pass. What's the big deal?
This is disgusting. And you can't stand for it.
Why?
And all those woke liberal ladies who drink champagne at Friday at 10 a.m. because their husbands are millionaires, shame on you. Because I tried to talk them into Paul Vallis, and they said, no, Amy, Paul Vallis is in the past. She's our future. I said, why? Because she's black, she's female, and she's a lesbian. Who gives a crap?
Yeah, she's a triple threat. I just find it so...
What?
I don't know. Entertaining that anyone in the Chicago political press corps is upset about this. Why would you be upset?
If Bill de Blasio did this in New York, we'd be talking about it.
Well, we can talk about it. I just don't understand why anybody's upset about it. I mean, maybe people outside of the press corps because of what's obvious about it. people who haven't been shills for every race hustler and every race hustle up until this point. But the press corps in this city? What are you talking about?
So you get access to the mayor, who you haven't covered. You haven't made the effort because you're brown or black. How insulting. If I was one of those reporters, I'd tell her to pound sand. But if I was one of those reporters...
They probably had access to her already. They're part of the press corps already. Now they get special access to her. What's the problem?
Because they're not political reporters. They haven't been there. They haven't
done
the work.
She said black or brown journalists. I didn't see anything specific. Black and brown journalists.
Well, they better ask her, why aren't you talking to white people today on your second anniversary, which, by the way, feels like 10 years?
Why? Hey, why are you telling them what questions to ask?
Because I want to know why she's excluding white people. Is that a fair question to ask?
No, it's not.
Why not?
Because she can. Because reparations. Because white privilege. Because you don't know.
I had nothing to do with slavery, nor did you.
You don't know the struggle.
Oh, struggle.
So she's giving...
Because we're white, we don't have struggles, and we don't suffer, and we don't have pain, and we don't...
Yes.
Do some of us have lived paycheck to paycheck, okay?
No white person lives paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah,
in this country.
we do.
Nobody does. Not one white person lives paycheck to paycheck.
Oh, bull jive.
At least to the extent they do, it's not important. That's not where our focus needs to be. Our focus needs to be on equity. And what she's doing is applying equity in a journalistic context. The journalists, quotation marks, love equity in every other sector. Why not journalism?
Who's on our list? Who's on the list? I got Regina Waldorf. You got to get her out. She was there for the Rona Busters.
I'm sorry. What
and
about
she's
my
a lovely
question?
person. Oh yeah,
all of your colleagues and your friendship with the Bouvier sisters over there at NBC5.
I'm not friends with Carol Maureen, but I respect Marianne Ahern.
Okay. What's the problem? This is just applying a philosophy that you have amplified, that you support in schools, in workplaces, in politics, to your profession. This boomerang on you and hit you in the back of the head, and now you don't like it? Verlon on the south side. Oh, I'm sorry, Lewis on the south side. We'll get to Verlon on the south side. Sorry. Lewis, go ahead first.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Amy.
Hi.
Oh, okay. This is my comment.
All right.
Why is you upset about the mayor, not wanting, white journalists? Okay. The reason why I say that is because the mayor's not a racist. The mayor lives in a white community. She's surrounded by white friends, and she's married to a white liberal woman.
Yeah.
So where's the racism?
She's finally introducing herself to black journalists, is what you're saying, Lewis.
Oh.
Right.
All right.
Because it's a tale of two cities. Remember?
No, I well know the insiders and the outsiders. That's the tale of the two cities.
I mean, Martin Luther
Thanks,
King
Lewis.
Jr. is rolling over in his grave this morning at that news.
I just the pearl clutching from white identitarians in the Chicago press corps. I just can't wait for pearl clutching from Greg Hines.
Yeah, he's not in either.
I just can't wait for it. He doesn't understand.
Nor is Paris Schultz.
They don't understand. Hey, wait a second. Wait. Triple threat. We're with you.
WTTW, Paris Schultz. He's out because he's white.
We're with you. And you know what the response is? That's nice, but we don't need you anymore. And anyway, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? So you clutch your pearls, Amy Jacobson and Marianne Ahern and Greg Hines and all the rest. You go ahead and clutch your pearls. Where are you going to go? And what are you talking about? We don't need you. We appreciate you flacking for us. We'll take it from here, stooges. Sow, reap. Sow, reap. That's this story. Verlon on the south side.
Okay, since we're talking about the media, Amy, I got a question for you and a side note statement. My question for you first is, why do you care? Why would you want to interview her? She's an abject failure. And if it was me as a journalist, I wouldn't even interview her. If I got
I'd want to talk about her failures. What is your biggest failure you've had in the last 2 years? I got a lot of questions for her.
That haircut.
What's yeah.
Well, okay.
Who the heck do you think you are to get your hair cut? And we had to do like backdoor stuff. Speakeasies.
Thanks for answering my question. Thanks for answering my question, but I have a statement for you.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you're aware, but you lost a colleague and a friend and a former probably mentor. Dick K died last Thursday.
That's Dick Snodgrass to you, sir.
It's really sad, but yeah.
So the radio world lost a radio giant, and the media lost.
You mean just physically a giant?
No, I mean
physically a giant.
I appreciated.
Thanks for the call, Verlon.
Dick K. I did. I didn't agree with him at all. We've had our battles. He grieved me once because I touched a tape and brought it upstairs, and then he ungrieved me for the union. Union hated me because I was questioned, why am I paying all this money? I paid tens of thousands of dollars, and it went to Democratic candidates. And he was in charge. Well, he's a union steward, and he was on the board.
Of course he was.
Right.
Of course he was. By
so
the way,
he didn't like me because of that.
It's a reminder that the story of Chicago and Illinois' immolation is half about the political ruling class and half about the media ruling class that serves the political ruling class.
But I did appreciate.
Now
Dick K as a
we're
person.
worried.
I loved him.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine. I mean, it's fine. You have a personal relationship, and that's great. But I mean, radio giant. He's okay.
You didn't ever listen to him on Saturdays on CPT?
I
did.
I've been on with him before at City Desk back in the day. That's not the point. Who cares? The overarching point, and not about decay. I'm not speaking of the dead. About media, the aggrieved media. Is there anything more comical than the aggrieved Chicago press corps? Maybe besides the aggrieved D.C. press corps. They are culpable. They, as a collective, are just another corrupt boss.
I don't think so. With Marion Ahern, I do not think so. She pushes back every day the mayor and governor.
John Cass, Kristen McQuarrie are exceptions too. I'm not talking about exceptions. I'm talking about the blob.
Oh yeah, the blob that sits there. They don't even ask questions. You lazy SOBs. I mean, my God. I have watched you for a year and a half at these press conferences. You don't even ask a question when you can. It's unbelievable how lazy they've become.
They've become? Steve on the south side.
Hey, how you doing? I was just going to say that I believe that the mayor is only just trying to, solidify her base. She's divided this city by race and culture. Whether it's black, gay, Hispanic, lesbian, transgender, whatever you want to call it. But she's only going for. She's afraid of the next election. She's worried about people like Paul Vallis running, a white male, or about Ray Lopez, a Hispanic male.
Yeah, I don't think she's worried about them. Thanks for the call,
I don't
Steve.
even know if she's going to run.
Well,
because that AP reporter that I was with 2 days ago or yesterday.
AP, hilarious.
She asked her, "Are you going to run?" And your 2-year anniversary is coming up, and she didn't commit. I don't.
But what else is new? That's what politicians do. Right. Here's the point about Lori Lightfoot, triple threat. Here's the point about her, that she is doing what every other Chicago mayor has done. Oh, she's exploiting the racial division. She's exploiting the stratification of Chicago. This is new? No, it's not. The entire city has bought into, with the exceptions of people like us who live in the city technically, the entire city in terms of the authority structure and most of the residents has bought into identitarian politics. The entire city and the entire state for that matter.
Yeah.
So separate but equal, that's the philosophy of this city and state. And you're not, she's dividing people? No. She's exploiting divisions. She's exploiting this poisonous ideology that all of these people clutching their pearls, most of them clutching their pearls. Otherwise, as I said, support in schools, support with Ibram Kendi coming to your workplace, pay him $50,000 to get your absolution and be a minted anti-racist. In politics, too, we need a black to represent black residents. We need a Latino to represent Latino residents. We need to figure out 40% of the city council is the Chicago City Council are members of the Black Caucus. That's not, even though it's only 33% of the city, but that is still not enough. We need to count by race with everything. And now, when it comes to the press corps, we're aghast. Spare me the indignation.
So you weren't shocked at all when she said this?
The phony outrage. Not at all.
Oh.
Because how do you talk about these things that we talk about that are going on? How do you watch what is going on in every facet of life in America, and particularly so in the worst governed city in America, in the worst governed state in Illinois history, and expect anything less? How do you not see this on a continuum? You think we tell these stories and then it just dissipates and those were one-offs? This is the culture.
It's who they are.
Some place is going to be kept sacrosanct. Oh, the white journalists. They won't come for the white journalists. How ignorant can you be?
But they're with her every day.
Who cares?
She's part of their team, and now she's telling them they can't get in.
I mean, honestly, can you stop the Groundhog Day routine? Can people read about the French Revolution? Can you pay attention? Can you follow along as the story is slowly told? Are you that dense? Are you that self-regarding that you think you're impervious to this? What the hell is anybody decrying this for? How inevitable is this? Completely. I can't believe somebody who called herself the triple threat would play identitarian politics with her supporters in the media. You're useful idiots. Emphasis on idiots. Sean on the Northwest Side. Hey, Sean.
Sean.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
All right, take a deep breath. There's no need to get all riled up right now.
Thanks for walking me off the ledge, Sean. Yeah.
What about red journalists or yellow? I mean, why is it only black and brown? And how far back into your ancestry are you not considered black or brown anymore? Or are you considered black or brown? I'm a third-generation Hispanic. Am I not considered brown?
No.
And
well, what's your last name?
slowly losing that?
I don't know. You'll have to check with the race commissars. I don't know.
I mean, what qualifies?
Thanks for the call.
And if you have black or brown kids, does that qualify you to get an interview? No, it doesn't, because you're not black
these
or brown.
questions are beyond my capacity. To talk to the people that traffic in this. I don't know. Nick in Des Moines.
First of all, when you started this segment, Amy, you talked about reverse racism. There's no such thing as reverse racism. You're either a racist identitarian or you're not.
All right, then this is racism.
That's my first comment.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it is.
Thank
but,
you, Nick.
I mean, I don't even understand why be upset. These people believe in critical race theory, which is an idea so stupid and so morally depraved it could only be taught in a university. I mean, this is exactly who they are. And, I mean, I'm honestly, more than anything, I'm embarrassed that the people of Chicago elected Lori Lightfoot. I mean,
What was our choice? Her, Tony Preckwinkle? And Tony Preckwinkle couldn't even win her own ward.
No, out of a city of 3 million, you can't find one reasonable person who has, some, common ethic of,
it was
treating
Paul
other
Vallis, and
people
he didn't
equally.
win because he's white. Yes.
Okay, whatever. I mean, it's pathetic.
Yeah, it is.
It is pathetic.
Nick, thanks, and it continues to be. But it's this idea they don't really believe what they say they believe. They're not really who they say they are. Oh, really? How about now? Do you believe me now?
I believe you now. I believe.
David and Lansing, quickly.
Hi. There's three things. I'm talking to the consumers of this NBC News. when a restaurant treats you badly, you can complain, yes, but complaining goes so far. So you sell the stock in the company, you quit using the product. That is, you quit going to the restaurant. In this case, NBC, you turn it off, and then you quit supporting the buying the products of their advertisers. So,
David, thanks for the call. We're up against the clock. Yeah, I agree. Stop consuming Chicago press coverage other than Mike Scott and John Cass and Kristen McQuarrie. Completely agree. Totally agree. You got me.
Coming up on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Again, we have to rely on fourth graders to make sense about COVID policy at 6:06.
But now let's head into the newsroom. Here is Mike Scott.
Authorities have ID'd a teen killed in an East Side shooting. University WIND Chicago News Time is 6 o'clock.
6 more dead in Gaza as more